May 20th, 2021. It's been a while since I made a video. And, you know, I constantly think about God. And I constantly think about this enemy. And the last couple weeks since my last video, I was thinking to myself, like, man, we ain't had a spiritual argument in a couple weeks. The love making was there. Even when my wife was getting upset, she will, and I'll be like, calm down, or stop yelling. She'll calm down, stop yelling, be mad for the second, and then like 5 minutes later, she'll get back to her regular self. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now, I'm always alert. I'm always alert because I know the routine of this enemy. I know the routine. I know how he thinks, what's his games, his strategy. And every time we argue, it's going to be about something that don't have nothing to do with anything. Okay? So, my wife gets a new job. Cool. Finances will be a lot better with our family than where she was working at. It's kind of like matter of fact, it's a serious upgrade. So I was excited about that. You know, as you see, I stay in some apartments, but my dream is to live in a house because I never lived in a house. I done lived with family members growing up in their houses, but I never lived in my own house. My family ain't never lived in their own house. I ain't never lived in my own house. My wife never lived in her own house. This whole time, I've been holding it down financially. I don't belittle my wife. I don't never say my money, your money ain't doing anything, nothing. But I know when it's a spiritual argument, and the enemy had me going. He had me going. You know, to the point I had to tell myself, I can't let the enemy use me. And he's trying to use me by saying things and continue to argue with my wife. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Never claimed to be perfect. I know God lives within me. I know when God is living within somebody, you can see it through them. You know, like a house on the hill, you can see it through them. So I take my 1-year-old daughter, because my wife been doing orientation at home, working. You know, so she need a little peace. And I take my daughter to Sam's Club. We go shopping. She gives me a list to get a couple things. You know, I had a physical lately. Doctor tells me I got to stay off of milk, dairy stuff, cheese, you know, cholesterol is kind of high. And I was borderline diabetes, but I understand why, because the pandemic, you're at home, not exercising, and on top of that, you know, I had a shoulder surgery, and I had to be at home for about 6-7 months. I was unable to exercise and work out. So, and then after that, that's when the pandemic came, and it's like, I understand it. So recently, I've been going to the gym 4 days a week. Went this morning, came home, did some personal work from my job, finished with that, took the baby, went to Sam's Club. I was gone for like 3 hours, right? So I tell my wife, I tell her I'm going to go get, you know, some egg whites, stuff that I could use to make breakfast, make my smoothies, because I can't drink the milk no more. Now, I never really been an almond milk type of person, but I got to give it a try. Have I had it? Yes. You know, I had unsweetened almond milk. But, you know, we're getting aid. You know, I ain't afraid to say it. We was getting aid. So we get little food stamps here and there. like anybody else. So, and they've been giving us a lot of food stamps. You know, we got 2 children. It's just me and her and 2 babies in the house, so they give us a lot of food stamps. Our cabinets is full, refrigerator almost full, freezers is full, but it ain't coming out of our pocket, right? My thing is just don't buy things we already have. You know, don't buy stuff that we already have. But, you know, with this almond milk, you know, I got to make a smoothie in the morning, probably one at night, eat it with cereal, like all type of stuff, you know. So I get 3 different types of almond milk. I get a coconut, an almond blend, and a coconut one, a coconut milk. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna try all that. Didn't cost much. It was free. It's coming from the EBT. It's coming from the aid. But when I come home, my wife is at the table. You know, she's doing her orientation type of stuff and looking at these videos. And I could just see, like, you know how you could just sense when something's like bothering somebody or they hating on something? So, you know, I bring the baby in the house, boom. I bring the box of stuff that I got from the store, boom. I come back, bring the whole milk, you know, and the almond milk. It's 3 different types. First thing she says to me is, oh, that's not gonna fit in the refrigerator. And I'm like, yes, it is. We got a big refrigerator. Yes, it is. If it don't, it's stuff that we need to take out that's old anyway. But we got enough room. Then, when you know you're in a spiritual fight, they go from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. So, I'm telling her, we do got room. Then she tells me, well, it's a waste. I'm like, why is it a waste? Almond milk comes in half a gallon. It's like, that 1 gallon is going to be done within that half a gallon is going to be done within like 2 days. So yeah, I got about like a week's worth of almond milk. But it ain't like it's not, well, what if you don't like it? I said, when have I ever not liked something and just threw it away? That's the next thing she brought up. So what if you don't like it? Okay. I'm going to use it. I'm still going to drink it. I'll put it in the smoothies or something. I snapped that one. Then it goes from, you know, well, it's, you know, we don't have the money. And I'm like, we did not pay for it. It did not come out of your hard-earned money, and it didn't come out of my hard-earned money. So it's not being wasted. Matter of fact, it only came up 2, 4, 6. It was only like $12 for all 3. Maybe not even that. It probably was like $9 because I think they only run like $3.50, $3.50, and $2.50. So it was like almost $10, like $10, $11. Like, why are we even tripping on this? It's not even an argument. So I catch myself. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you. I already know where this is going. What? I'm the enemy? Yes, I am the enemy. I'm the enemy. I said, oh, here we go. I'm saying to myself, here we go. But I said, you know what? I'm not gonna argue. She said, you right. I'll shut up. Because the enemy tried to make it seem like I'm always right. And when I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. But when she wants to talk, if she tells me she don't want to talk and I try to continue to talk, then I'm being a bully. So now, you know, I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. It is what it is. I'm just going to put this milk up. What else do you want me to do? Take it back? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's done. It's here. It's no big deal. We still got a whole lot of money on our food stamp card. It is what it is. Then she uses this line. Well, my money been surviving us. Huh? When was your money surviving? You just got this job. You haven't even got paid from this job. Now, we've been surviving pretty much off my paycheck and her paycheck. But even with her old job, I still brought home more money. But we don't do my money and her money. We never did that. I never said, this is my money and this is your money, or my money supports this family and your money don't. So now she's using stuff like, my money supports this family. And I'm like, are you really saying this? I'm saying it to her, like, are you really saying this? Yeah, my money supports this family. I'm like, okay, that's not true. But hey, your money does help out. Same way my money helps out too. Because we put everything in one pot. Like I said, we don't do my money, your account, my account. My job is better, because when you're married, let's put it like this. When you're married and you're living as one, it might be a time where I'm the breadwinner of the family and my wife ain't able to hold it down. But let's say I get sick and I can't work. My wife becomes the breadwinner of the family. And whatever she gets from me is just extra. You see what I'm saying? So it's no, I don't never say I'm the breadwinner of the family. It's all goes in one pot. Sometimes she might make more money for a period of time than I might make more money for a period of time. You know? But for her to say that, and I'm like, we ain't struggling on bills. Oh, yes, we are. What bills? Tell me, what bill have we struggled on? We ain't made no extensions, nothing that got turned off. We eat whatever we want to eat. We could go wherever we want to go. We could travel if we want to, you know, like. Then she's going to say, well, here I go. I got to dumb it down for you. So what are you calling? You calling me a dummy? Like, why are you calling me names? Where's the insults coming from? I said, ain't nobody dumb here. Then it's all started on milk. So now she done went from saying that the milk ain't going to be in the refrigerator, it's a waste of money, blah, blah, blah. Now I can't support the family, which we ain't had no problems and we living in a nice area. That's not true. So every time you try to hit the enemy with the truth, he's going to go to the next thing. So it's kind of to the point where you don't even give the enemy that energy to see you upset, to even try to speak the truth, because they don't live in truth. And every time you hit them with some truth, they're going to go to the next thing. So the next thing she says is, she gets to talking about my baby mama. Huh? My baby mama don't call the house. I don't talk about my baby mama. But this is just a tactic that the enemy constantly uses. Now you bringing up my baby mama. So I bring up her baby daddy. So I'm fighting back and forth with her now. I said, well, if my baby mama's like this, your baby daddy do the same thing. So I'm stooping down to the enemy level, which I should not be doing because I know better, right? But I'm telling myself, when I said it, I said, you know what? I shouldn't even say that. Let me stop arguing with you. Yeah, you better stop, because you the righteous man. Righteous man. I said, oh, here we go. There go the enemy calling me the righteous man. Coretta, my wife don't never call me righteous. I don't never say I am righteous. You know, I said God lives within me and I know what truth is. And so I guess, and then but I took an arrow and I pointed it at her and I hit her with the arrow and I said, God don't live within you, because if God lived within you, we won't be arguing about milk. And then I had to catch myself again. Like so then the enemy goes, you getting mad, huh? You getting mad? And they laughing. She laughing at me. You getting mad? You angry now? You angry? And I'm like, no, I'm not angry, because my actions ain't showing you that I'm angry. I haven't hit you. I'm not breaking nothing in this house. Yeah, my temper is starting to boil over, and yes, my voice is carrying, because you try to find yourself trying to talk over the other person. But I had to tell myself, Rashad, you know who you fighting with, so don't even worry. And I was like, man, I was just thinking to myself, like, man, my wife is turning the corner, and boom, the enemy comes. So then I stopped talking, right? And I continue to rearrange the refrigerator, which everything fits. She tells me, well, so like I said, the enemy only comes when it's a Something big is about to happen. Time off, a holiday, birthday, a promotion, something. The enemy comes to ruin it. My vacation starts on Sunday, right? So you know, today is Thursday. So you know what the enemy does? You know what he says to me? Well, I'm not going on the vacation. I'm like, so there it go. All this over some milk. All this over some almond milk. You don't even want to go on a vacation. Ain't nobody cursed you out, called you no disrespectful names. But now you insult me. You insult what I do for this family. You insult and call me stupid and dumb and I don't have common sense. You call me all this. I ignore you. And then when I'm ignoring you, you tell me you don't want to go on the vacation, on the getaway. It's not even vacation. It's just like, it was like 2 days in Palm Springs. 2 days in Palm Springs, right? I won't be surprised if my wife is packing up to leave and going to her mama's house, even though she have to pick up her mama this weekend because she was gonna pick up her mom to help watch the babies. But I won't be surprised if she's packing up right now to go out to her mama's house and leave me at home. I won't be surprised at all. So now my wife don't want to go on this Palm Springs getaway that she planned. And I said, you know what? I ain't even worried about it. I ain't missing it. It ain't nothing but Palm Springs. I done been there, done that before. It ain't no big deal. But deep down inside, yeah, I wanted to spend time with my wife. You know, no kids, even if it was for about 2-3 days. You know, so then this enemy, man, he really comes with it. So then she says, and I'm like, well, you know what? Next time I'll plan a vacation, I'll just go by myself. Yeah, then we both could play that game. What? Hold up. What you mean we both could play that game? Like, you done went on little trips with your homegirls and stuff, but if I want to get away for myself because you planned this thing and now you don't want to go over some milk. So now, if I say, well, you know what? I'll just plan my own little vacation next time. My own little getaway. Since, you know, I can't go to the Palm Springs because she planned it and it's in her name and it's through one of her family members through the timeshare. You know, I'm just stuck at home for a week, not doing nothing, wasted time or anything. But I'm not even tripping. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. It won't be the first time I had a vacation and didn't go nowhere. But after all that is said, she gonna say to me, well, you know what? I'll just quit my job then and then let you provide for everything. I said, why would you do that? You will really let the enemy get to you and quit a job that you know you want to be at, that you know you want to do, so we don't have no income and make it harder for us, where I know my income could pay the rent, but we'll be on some real tight stuff. See, this is how the enemy does. This is why it's important not to even argue with the enemy. Man, we done had a cool 3.5 weeks. Maybe it could have been close to 4. But it wasn't since my last video that I made. I'm telling you, man, this enemy, right when you think, boom, we turning the corner. The enemy comes to try to steal, kill, and destroy. Once again. Over some milk, people, over milk. And then when I try to explain to her, look what we're arguing over. I'm the enemy. I don't care. It's whatever, man. Pray for me. I'm going to go back in this house. I only came out to let her cool down and make this video. I'm going to go back in this house and continue to do what I was going to do, you know, and try to love on her and see where she's at. You know, all this for what? And it's not saying that we ain't going to Palm Springs. I won't know until Sunday. But just a gang of BS that should not be BS. All because of some milk. People, milk. Nothing to do with anything. Milk. Then pay for it with my cash or her cash. Our bills is paid. We got food galore. If I showed you our cabinets, our freezers, our refrigerator, our little mini fridge in our apartment, y'all would be like, what are we arguing about? What are we arguing about? Everything in our house is an upgrade. It ain't all come from me. It came from us because we are one. We are a team. We don't smoke. We don't drink. We don't have addictions. I don't play no lotto. I ain't supposed to play the lotto. As a God-fearing man, you know, God provides us with everything that we need. He gives us as much as we need, never more. But until then, man, God bless you. I'm out.